The last 13 years, the NBA champion has had a winning road record. This season, the Bulls have the best road record in basketball with 31 victories away from home. In the center circle, Cycli taps it to Rice. And with a deafening crowd reaction in the background, the Heat get it first. Ryan Shaw comes top of the circle, feeds it to Grant Long, right wing. To the cutting Rice, makes the catch on the baseline, shoots it from 10 and hits. And that is just what this Miami Arena crowd wanted. 2-0, Heat on top, 20 seconds in. John Paxson with it, left wing for Chicago. Into the corner, Pippen guarded by Rice. Uses the Cartwright screen, comes to the left wing, left of the circle. Now down the lane, throws up a hook. On the rim, drops in. We're tied at 2.
The Heat really must try and take away the easy dribble penetration tonight. You have to move your legs.
Scottie Pippen swooping in to tie it up. And now the Bulls showing full court pressure. Grant Long moves it ahead, shoots from 21 and hits. 4-2 Miami. The Heat have hit their first 2 shots. Less than a minute in, Scottie Pippen spins left wing. Out to Paxson, feeds Jordan right of the circle, guarded by Shaw. Behind the Cartwright screen comes right wing. Down to the foul line for the pass inside, knocked away by Long, stolen by Shaw. Shaw across, feeds Long, makes the catch and gets it home.
This is the kind of start Miami wanted. The crowd right in the game right from the beginning.
A 6-2 takeoff for the Heat. This place going berserk. Michael Jordan on the top, feeds it to Cartwright, wide right. Guarded tightly by Cycli out top, 10 to shoot. In the Jordan left of the lane. Turns for the 12-footer. On the rim, bounces off, rebound Cycli. On the outlet to Shaw. Shaw across, into the front court. Holds up, cross court for Rice. Open for 3. Fires, in and out. Rebound Michael Jordan. This place could have exploded if the Rice 3 fell. Jordan across, hands to Grant. He lays it in. Horace Grant from Michael Jordan. And the Heat lead is 2, 6-4.
Yeah, one thing, the crowd won't bother Chicago. They know a game's 48 minutes long. They'll wait for everything to settle down. So the Heat has to keep up this level.
A 48-minute game, and Miami has to be nearly flawless to get it done tonight. 6-4 Miami. Shaw with 8 to shoot. 3-point line. Moves right to the lane. Now spins to the paint for the high arcing one-hander. Badly missed. Rebound bounces out to Chicago's Grant. Hands it off to Pippen. Moves to the front court. Left wing. Hands it back to Paxson. 3-point area. Paxson holds over his head. In the Cartwright left of the lane. Back to the goal. Spins with Cycli. Still holds. 12 on the shot clock. Cartwright to the lane for the fourth shot. Air ball. Rebounded by Steve Smith. Smith into the front court. 3-on-2. Hands it along. Right wing 18-footer. No good. Too strong. Rebound Jordan. Outlet to Pippen at half court. Steps ahead to the line. Down the lane. Bumps with Rice. Good if it goes, but it rolls off. Foul on Glenn Rice. You're so right. The Bulls able to play right through the intensity of this home playoff crowd.
One thing, when Pippen gets in the open court, the most dangerous situation for the Heat, the big thing they can't let him do is get any easy open layups. And the clackers will start now every time the Bulls shoot a foul shot. I got mine. I'm taking it home after tonight.
Scottie Pippen, who had 16 of his 30 points of Game 2 in the first quarter, goes up the first, no good. By far the loudest Miami Arena has ever been.
And that wasn't a brick Scottie Pippen shot, it was a clap.
These fans enjoying their first ever playoff game. Second free throw by Pippen is up and good. So Pippen gets the second of 2, has 3 points, and the Heat lead at 6-5.
As we talked about, Eric, a lot of pressure by the Bulls, man-to-man, just trying to slow the ball up, force the Heat into a lot of turnovers.
This unsettled Miami Game 2 in Chicago does not hear. Heat call for that high pick-and-roll play. 9:10 to play, first period. Miami up 1, 10 on the shot clock as Smith comes between the circles to the right wing 3-point line. 6 to shoot. Smith still on the 3-point arc.
Heat letting too much time go down off the clock.
A 3 for Smith, and he hits it. Well, it wasn't the first option, but Steve Smith's 3 puts Miami in front, 9-5. Fourth 3 of the series for the rookie Smith. Here's Pippen into Horace Grant, stolen by Smith. Ahead for Shaw, 2-on-1, finds Rice, all the way, lays it in. What a great start for Miami. They lead it 11-5 with 8:38 left in the first quarter.
And Heat getting it done at the defensive end.
John Paxson feeds it over to Grant. Back to Paxson. Fires from 21. In and out. Rebound Brian Shaw. With a Heat up 6. Shaw weaves through the traffic into the front court. Hands it to Rice. 3-point line. Dribble drive by Pippen in the lane. Soft shot, no. Rebound loose. Taken by Rice. Against Cartwright. Finds Cycli in the lane. Puts it on the floor. And loses to Jordan. Jordan splits traffic into the front court. Comes to the foul line. Fires it up. No good. Rebound Ronnie Cycli. And the Heat still up by 6, 4 minutes in. A very impressive early showing for Miami. Steve Smith directing traffic. Moves into the forecourt. Comes wide left, guarded by Jordan. Smith still on the handle. 7 left on the shot clock. Looking low for Cycli. Can't get it there. Now in the Cycli. Backs down Cartwright. 3 to shoot. Shoots the turnaround. No good. Rebound down to Michael Jordan again. Pushes into the front court. Jordan changes direction. Comes foul line. Bounces to Paxson. Inside it goes Grant. Shot blocked by Cycli. Out of bounds.
Oh, great help by Ronnie Cycli. Right there to blindside Cartwright.
That is the first block shot for Cycli in this series.
Actually, Horace Grant, I'm sorry, instead of Cartwright. Good help by Cycli.
Miami's already forced 2 turnovers as well. Inbounds to Horace Grant, goes right corner to Pippen. Guarded by Rice, Pippen moves to the wing, spins to the lane, tosses it up off the glass, no good. Rebound Cartwright over the back of Grant Long, got fouled on the way up. And they missed one early because Cartwright went up the ladder, called Grant Long's back.
Offensive rebounding, again, something the Heat have to take care of. Cartwright just takes it away from Long. That's playoff rebounding, but I like the fact that the Heat does not give him the easy layup going back up.
You know, it's amazing. In the first 2 games, the Bulls shot 55% for the field, and still offensive rebounded 47% of their misses. That's incredible. But Cartwright badly misses the first free throw. So the home crowd may indeed be rattling defending champion Chicago early.
The clacks are getting to him.
Miami ahead 11-5. 7:21 left in the first quarter. And the noise level is absurd. Second by Cartwright on the way. No good. Rebound to Brian Shaw. And the Heat still lead it by 6. Shaw cross finds Smith right wing. Stops. Pops from 15. Yes. 5 points for Steve Smith, and the Heat out in front, 13-5. Timeout, Chicago. Steve Smith has 5 points for Miami. Rice and Long with 4 each, and Brian Shaw off well, 3 assists and a couple of rebounds. No change. Chicago ball. Pippen to the foul line. Shoots from 14. Got it. Scottie Pippen is a silencer. He can hush the home crowd with his soft jump shooting. He's got 5 points, and the Bulls are down 13-7. They press it in the backcourt. Shaw moves it across, finds Long right wing, down the lane, pulls up, off the glass, good. 6 points for Grant Long, and Miami leads 15-7. 6:40 remaining here in a wild first quarter. Scottie Pippen, right wing, guarded by Rice. Top side to Cartwright. Cartwright back to Pippen on the right. Inside Horace Grant, back to the basket. Long knocks it away. Grant recaptures. Grant for a 10-footer. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Cycli. Ronnie Cycli with his 4th rebound already. Outlet for Smith into the forecourt, right side. Pulls up on Paxson, off to Long in the corner. Long holds over his head, guarded by Horace Grant. Bounces for Smith, shoots the turnaround. Short. Rebound Cartwright. Cartwright outlets for Paxson. Paxson into the front court. Paxson shoots the 20-footer. Off the back rim, no good. Long rebound out to Pippen, and the Bulls recycle. Pippen down the lane for the floater. Off the glass, rolls out. Rebound Cycli. Outlet for Brian Shaw. Down the sideline, into the front court. Stops, pops from 20. Got it.
The Heat are getting points off their defense by getting open court opportunities. Just what Kevin would like them to do.
A 10-point lead for Miami. 17-7. 5:42 left in a stunning first quarter. Michael Jordan out top for the Bulls. Sends it right sideline, Paxson. Inside, Scottie Pippen. Back to the bucket on Rice. Spins right. Fires off the glass. No good again. Rebound batted out. Loose on the floor. Brian Shaw rolls it over to Grant Long. 5:25 left in the first. Shaw finds Cycli in the lane. Got stripped. Loose ball to Shaw, and he got fouled by John Paxson. The basket went. Will not count. This is amazing. Not only the energy the Heat are playing with, but the energy these fans are cheering with.
Well, the Heat know their backs against the wall. Brian Shaw has had a great first quarter. The pass into Cycli again. He gets stripped by Pippen. Loose ball. The Heat are doing a great job picking up the loose balls.
Miami up by 10 points, 17-7. 5:15 to play first quarter. Steve Smith guarded by Michael Jordan on the right wing. The Heat on an 11-2 tear. Smith into the corner. Shaw down low. Long moves into the lane by Pippen, lays it in. 8 points in the first quarter for Long, and Miami up 12, 19-7. 5 minutes left in the quarter. Michael Jordan, who is scoreless to this point, on the left wing, guarded by Shaw, gives it away to Pippen. Pippen between the rings, moves right. 10 to shoot. Back to Paxson, three-point line. In the Cartwright, left to the lane. 6 to shoot. Cartwright loses to Cycli, gets it back. 3 to shoot. Out to Paxson, shovels inside, knocked away. Stolen by Grant Long. 4:35 left in the first. Miami up 19 to 7. Steve Smith comes into the forecourt. Back Paxson down, left to the lane. Out to Cycli, back to Smith. Shoots the post up. Good, and a foul.
And Steve Smith wants the ball tonight. You can see it in his eyes.
Not only does he want it, but he is getting it. Posting up Paxson to the fans' delight.
He's looking to be very aggressive offensively, using those 5-6 inches over John Paxson.
A 21 to 7 Miami lead, and a 13-2 run as Smith misses the free throw. The rebound goes to Chicago's Pippen. 4:25 left in the first quarter, and Miami leads by 14. Into Horace Grant, turns, scoops it up, no good. Rebound batted around, loose, taken by Horace Grant. The hook shot blocked by Cycli, and that's a goaltend. So Horace Grant gets the basket, but the Heat lead it 21 to 9.
Again, Horace Grant doing a great job on the boards, but Cycli goes up, gets it on its way down. Right now, the Heat, being the aggressors, that's what they have to do. They're beating the Bulls to the ball.
Just a marvelous Miami start tonight. Brian Shaw down the right side of the lane, feeds it to Rice, right corner. Rice backs Pippen to the lane. Still backing him down. Pippen knocks it away, but it goes to Shaw. He floats one up and hits. Second field goal for Brian Shaw, and a 23-9 Miami lead. Pippen across with 3:50 left in the quarter. Off to Michael Jordan, still scoreless. In the Cartwright, left to the lane, guarded by Cycli. Turns, faces the hoop, 12 to shoot, puts it on the floor, into the lane. Here's the jumper, way off, air ball. Rebound to Pippen, squeezes one up and hits. And again, offensive rebounding, ruining Miami's initial defensive effort.
Big change from the other night. The Heat not doubling Cartwright, letting Cycli play him one-on-one, taking away a lot of the cutting opportunities and the give-and-go passes.
Pippen has 7, Miami leading by a dozen, 23 to 11. 3:20 left, first quarter. Here at Miami Arena, where it is nuts. Here's Rice, aiming a 3. It's on the way. It's good! 26 to 11, Miami by 15 on the Rice 3 with 3:05 left in the first quarter. Scottie Pippen right side, feeds it to Paxson, top of the circle, hands it back to Pippen, turns the corner, down the lane to the scoop, blocked by Cycli, taken by Shaw. And here comes Miami. Shaw across, whips it left side for Rice, inside Cycli, turns in the lane, throws up the hook and got fouled. A ferocious start to their third playoff game ever, and their first at home for Miami. Balance in Miami scoring. Grant Long with 8, Rice with 7, Steve Smith with 7, Brian Shaw 6 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. The Heat start the second quarter in full court pressure, but Pippen moves it across. He's to the left wing. Askins, Cycli, Long, Coles, and Shaw for Miami. Pippen, Purdue, Scott Williams, Jordan, and Armstrong for Chicago. Pippen with 11, shoots top of the circle and hits.
He got the mismatch he wanted on Cycli, and they got the ball right back to him.
13 points for Scottie Pippen. He's carrying the load so far because Michael Jordan has just 1 field goal. 30 seconds in, second period. Miami up a dozen, and inside a whistle and a holding foul on Scottie Pippen.
What the Heat are doing so much better is they're moving without the ball. A lot of slashing from one side of the lane high to the other side of the lane low, which is the toughest cut to defend and forces defenders to be a little more physical. And Keith Askins got the foul call that time.
Just underway, second quarter, Miami up by a dozen. They've led it by as many as 18. Imbo Coles, left sideline, looking low for Cycli, makes the catch against Purdue. He's doubled. Out to Askins, three-point line, spins it right to Shaw, and we get an illegal defense warning to Chicago. Miami really operating well out of that Chicago low block double team, and you can just see the concern on Phil Jackson's face over on that Chicago bench. And Jackson's a guy with a 27-8 NBA playoff record. Here's Shaw in a Cycli, spins in the lane, now goes up with a hook, blocked out of bounds from behind by Jordan. That's the one thing. If you take too much time down in the post, Pippen and Jordan will come swooping in and knock it away from you.
You'll be surrounded, and Jordan is the best in the league at coming from behind to block shots.
Jordan's 6th this year in the NBA in steals. Long gets the inbounds, fires a forced jumper out of the corner. Rebound, Askins missed the layup. Rebound to Scott Williams, and the Heat missed a golden opportunity there. Jordan on the jog into the front court, bounces right wing, Armstrong wide open, fires, no good. Long rebound taken by Askins. Ahead for Coles, 3-on-2. Coles right wing stops. Finds Shaw open for a 3 in the air. Good!
Brian Shaw is on a roll.
9 points for Brian Shaw on 4 for 5 shooting. A tremendous start for Brian Shaw and Miami. 36-21. Miami has already hit 3 3-pointers in this game. Armstrong off to Pippen on the right wing. Comes baseline into the lane. Floats it up. No good. Foul on Brian Shaw. That is the first of a 26-year-old Brian Shaw, who came over to Miami in the much talked about January 10th trade for Sherman Douglas. And no better moments for Shaw as a member of the Heat than the ones we've seen tonight.
This is by far his best game for the Heat, hitting the 3-pointer even. He's done a great job on the board so far also.
9 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists already for Shaw. Pippen to the foul line. His first is good. Scottie Pippen, we called him on Sunday the best co-star on this planet or any other. He has carried the Bulls so far tonight.
Well, let's put it this way. If he was on a TV sitcom, he'd have a spin-off series of his own.
No question about that, Dave. Pippen second up with the right hand. Ditto. He got it both. 15 points for Scott Pippen in the first half. 15 of Chicago's 23. And 22 remaining in the second quarter. 36-23 Miami on top. Brian Shaw between the circles, pats his head, high pick and roll coming. Shaw bounces right for Askins. Back to the top, long, fakes the 3, in the cycle, spins middle, got stripped of the ball but fouled. Excellent ball movement by Miami, then they punch it inside and pick up the foul on B.J. Armstrong, his first and the Bulls' second.
That's the big difference tonight. They're not taking that first quick shot. They're making 3, 4, even 5 passes, changing sides of the court with the ball, which really forces any good defensive team into more switches, more communication, and you can find cracks in the defense that way.
Ronnie Cycli, 5 points, 4 boards, first quarter, throws up the first free throw and connects. Miami's hit 4 of their first 5 at the foul line.
And Cycli, who struggled to shoot free throws well against Chicago, 3 for 3 tonight.
Glenn Rice in for Grant Long. Long leaves with 8. Rice returns with 7. And Scott Williams and Scottie Pippen sit down for Chicago. They come back with Horace Grant. And for the first time come the night with Cliff Levingston, the 6'8 forward.
Livingston and Purdue both have been big factors in the first 2 games.
Cycli's second free throw is good. 7 points for Cycli and a 38-23 lead for Miami. So they lead Chicago by 15, 2 minutes into the second quarter of game 3. Armstrong into the front court, flips it left side for Jordan Still with just 2 points. Jordan head of the circle. Back he comes the other way for a floating 15-footer. He hits. Michael Jordan's second basket.
So far, the big thing, Michael has not been able to get to the hoop yet. He's settling for the jump shot.
Jordan 2 for 6, has 4 points, 4 boards. Miami up 38-25. Shaw right wing, fires from 20. That one way off. Climbs off the backboard. Rebound batted out by Ronnie Cycli. And goes over to Chicago. 9 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first half. Chicago with it, but trailing by 15. Coles picks up Armstrong in the backcourt, but Armstrong able to get it to Jordan left wing. On ISO, one-on-one with Shaw. Purdue sets the screen. Jordan goes behind it, fires from 20, and drains it. 2 in a row for Michael Jordan. You know you're not going to shut him out for the night. He's got 6 points, averaging just under 40 a game in this series.
The thing is, when he starts hitting the jumper and you have to come up on him, that's when he's so dangerous, being able to get to the hoop.
38-27, Miami on top. Coles finds Rice alone. 3-pointer on the way. Short, bounces off. Rebound to Michael Jordan. His 5th of the first half. Jordan on the jog, floats ahead into the front court, stops foul line, fires the jumper. Short. Rebound, Horace Grant. Horace Grant down with his 5th rebound of this first half. Outlets for Armstrong, left wing into the posting Jordan. He spins to the lane, double team. Nice flip to Levingston, hooks it up, no good. Rebound, Cycli. Cycli for Coles. Bimbo into the front court with a Heat up by 11. Coles uses the Cycli screen, moves to the lane. Nice bounce for Cycli. He ran for 3. Tremendous feed by Bimbo Coles. And Miami up 40-27 with 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Armstrong into Horace Grant. Left to the lane, moves middle, throws up the hook and hits. 6 points now for Horace Grant, and it's a 40-29, 11-point Heat lead. 8:15 left here in the second period. Brian Shaw sends it out to Bimbo Coles up top. Between the circles, guarded by B.J. Armstrong. Coles dribbles back to the middle, finds Rice 3-point line, guarded by Levingston, by him down the lane. Shot blocked by Jordan, taken by Armstrong, racing with Jordan, racing ahead, lays it up, good, and a foul. B.J. Armstrong able to shred both Brian Shaw and Bimbo Coles, get the basket and draw the foul on Coles.
Brian Shaw was even trying to foul him earlier, B.J. Armstrong, after the block shot, they have a 2-on-1 break. Shaw really hustling back, tries to foul B.J. Armstrong, can't quite do it. So Bimbo has to come over, and he can't get a piece of the ball, just gets a piece of B.J. Armstrong.
Unfortunate play for Miami. Not only do they get the foul, but Armstrong gets the basket. Kevin Edwards, the fourth-year man out of DePaul, replaces Brian Shaw, who leaves with 9 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Armstrong will shoot 2, actually shoot 1. 19 points is the third lowest quarter total in Bulls playoff history during the Jordan era, by the way. Armstrong hits the free throw, completes the three-point play, and Miami's lead down to 8, 40-32. Just under 8 left, second quarter. Cycli against the press, moves it across himself to the right wing. Nice pass for Coles, down the lane, missed the layup, but got fouled. Ronnie Cycli seeing Coles go backdoor, and the foul on B.J. Armstrong, his second.
And that's what the Heat are doing better. If you're overplayed with the pressure, they're just cutting through the lane. They're getting either open or taking a defender with them to clear out an area for the next man to come in and replace. Great ball movement by the Heat.
Bimbo Coles averaging 7 points a game in this playoff series. Misses his first free throw of the series as the first free throw rolls off. Here's a surprise. Alan Ogg getting some first half play time. He'll get down Ronnie Cycli, who has 9 points, 5 rebounds. Cycli
pointed to the bench, said he needed a blow for a minute, so I'm sure Augie's just in to give him a minute or two to get a rest.
Coles had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists in game 2, and he gets his first point here of game 3, hitting the second free throw. 41-32, Miami on top by 9, 7:43 left, second quarter. Here's Michael Jordan, left wing, guarded tightly by Edwards. Jordan by Edwards, down the baseline all the way, missed the reverse and got hammered. So Jordan will go to the line for 2, and I don't think there's anybody in the NBA quicker out of the starting blocks than Jordan.
Eric, big difference between game 1 and 2 and tonight. On that Jordan drive, 5 white shirts went for that block shot. They were all around Jordan going to the rim. The previous 2 games, there were maybe 1 or somebody was coming late. Everybody was there on time.
Alan Ogg committed the foul. Jordan to shoot 2. He hits the first. Michael Jordan packed lightly on this trip. Did not bring the golf clubs. Chicago means business. Will Purdue out. And Scott Williams back in for Chicago.
Chicago, a veteran team. They're just chipping away at this big lead. They're not going to try and get it back all at once.
Michael Jordan, the top scorer for the last 6 years in the NBA. He gets both foul shots to drop. And Jordan has 6 points in the quarter, 8 for the half. It's 41-34 Miami. 7.5 left, second period. Coles breaks the pressure and moves it into the front court. Comes right of the circle, flips it topside to Edwards, guarded by Jordan, puts it on the floor, stripped by Jordan. Loose ball to Grant, ahead for Michael, into the front court, behind his back comes left wing, now down the lane, all the way for the two-hand slam, and the foul on Alan Ogg. That is vintage Jordan super stuff.
I'll tell you, I hope nobody blinked watching that one, because this is Michael Jordan at his best. There's very few people on this planet that can do this. Spins behind his back, up, and a little hang time for the two-handed slam over a 7'2" Augie.
Michael Jordan like a souped-up sports car on a winding road. He throws up the free throw, and it rolls out. Rebound tip by Scott Williams, no good. Williams and Rice tie each other up for the rebound, and they will have to jump it up down at the Chicago end. 7:13 left, second quarter. Miami's lead once 18. Now down to 5 at 41-36. Michael Jordan will get a breather. He comes out, Pippen back in.
He's not getting as many opportunities in the open court right now off their defense. That's why they're struggling to score.
Scott Williams wins the tip, but it goes to Edwards, who dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. So Chicago gets it back. 7:10 left, second quarter, as Kevin Lockery looks on from the far end. Miami leading by 5. The Heat have Edwards and Coles in the backcourt. They'll operate with a front court of Rice, Askins, and Ogg. A 13-3 Chicago run to get within 5 here. Pippen on the baseline, spins to the lane, floats a pass inside of Grant, back to Pippen, shoots the short jumper, no good. Tipped up by Scott Williams, no good. Rebound, Ogg, we get a whistle, and this one goes to Miami. The foul is on Cliff Levingston. His first. And the fourth on Chicago.
This is what they've got to do. The Heat has to battle on the board. Chicago gets a tip, and Alan Ogg, all those Go for in weightlifting sessions paying off right there.
Timeout. 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. The Heat lead at 41-36. We'll be right back with more of Game 3 of the NBA playoffs on Sports Channel and the Miami Heat Radio Network. Steve Smith back in for the Miami Heat. For Coles, Michael Jordan returns for Chicago for Armstrong. High point man is Scottie Pippen. He has 17. Nobody in double figures yet for the Heat. Cycli and Shaw with 9 points apiece. Smith into the forecourt, bumps with Jordan, back turn to him. 13 on the shot clock as Smith holds up, goes cross court for Edwards. Guarded by Pippen. Kevin puts it on the floor, finds Rice open for a three, in the air, in and out. Rebound taken by Horace Grant. Outlet for Pippen, down the middle, into the front court, to the top, down the lane for the swooping one-hander he hits. He is beautiful to watch. Scottie Pippen, 19 first half points, and Miami leads again by just one, 43-42. 4:20 left in a back and forth first half. Here's Smith out near half court, guarded by Horace Grant in the switch. Smith moves three-point arc right, through his legs to the right corner, and he stepped out of bounds.
Eric, Heat falling in the trap now. Not enough ball movement. Taking the quick shot. The way they got the big lead was move the ball. 3, 4, 5 passes, move bodies, get the ball changing sides, force Chicago to make defensive adjustments. They're not forcing them to do that right now.
Kevin Edwards out, Brian Shaw back in. And by the way, Glenn Rice, 3 for 10. He's missed a couple of wide open trays. Here's Cliff Livingston, right wing. The Bulls can take their first lead. Inside, Jordan shoots the turnaround fadeaway and hits. And the Bulls do get their first lead of the game. It comes at 44-43. 3:50 left in the first half. So Chicago is up by 1. Here's Steve Smith for Miami, left sideline. Guarded by Pippen. Looking low for Cycli. Gets it to him. We get a whistle and a hold on Purdue on the catch. Will Purdue hit with his first. The Bulls are over the limit, so 2 foul shots upcoming for Ronnie Cycli.
Both Chicago centers like to play Ronnie. Very, very physical. Purdue, a little too much. Official Jess Kersey did not like it. That according to the rule book, it's a foul.
What does this do to Miami emotionally? Had an 18-point lead with 1:20 left in the first quarter, and now they're down by 1.
Well, we talked about they came out and really played on emotion. The problem is it's very difficult to play 48 minutes on emotion. Chicago knows that. What the Heat have to do now is still get back to doing the little things that got them the lead in the first place, even though the game has now changed in its complexion.
Cycli's first free throw kicks off no good. That is his first miss in 6 foul shots. Mr. Bill Cartwright, the 13th-year man from San Francisco, back. And Will Purdue sits down with 2 points and a foul.
You know, the thing is for Miami not to worry that, oh, Chicago got back in it as if they were going to crumble. Chicago wasn't going to crumble with the big lead. Now it's just a battle for the rest of the game.
Likely hits the second. That's why we said it'll take 48 minutes of Miami's very best basketball to get it done and extend it to game 4. We are tied, by the way, at 44. 3.5 minutes left, second quarter. Delighted you could be with us for this one. Michael Jordan, left wing, guarded by Shaw, puts it on the floor, into the lane for the floater. In and out, and it drops back in. So Michael Jordan has it revved up, doesn't he? After a 2-point first quarter, Jordan with a dozen here in the second, 14 points already.
Well, if it's not him, it's Pippen. A very tough duo to deal with.
Bulls by 2, 46-44, 3:05 left in the first half. Rice in for Cycli, left of the lane, double team, splits it, moves to the lane for the scoop, good, but it won't count. A whistle on the drive. And an illegal defense warning to Chicago. That's their second. So a technical free throw to be awarded to Miami.
Michael Jordan heating it up on the last 2 possessions. All of a sudden, he's starting to take over the game. Little fadeaway off the wrong foot jumper in the lane.
Jordan had 46 in game 1, 33 in game 2 on Sunday. Rice to the foul line, shoots the tech, flips it up, and it's no good. Rimmed in and out. Glenn Rice had 7 first quarter points and is scoreless here in the second period.
Chicago's doubling Cycli every time he gets the ball. Ronnie's got to be patient. They have to spread the floor, and he can find the open man, make them pay for the double team.
Miami looking to tie here, under 3 minutes left, second quarter. Louis Chaffel joins us at halftime tonight. Cycli, wide left, holds it over his head, waits for the double, finds Long. Topside Smith for 3. Good! Steve Smith with his second 3 tonight and his 5th of the series. 47-46. Miami back in front by 1. Pippen to the right wing for Chicago. Flips it topside for Jordan. He goes to Livingston, gets it right back. Jordan uses the Livingston screen, comes to the foul line, shoots the 18-footer, in and out. Rebound tip taken down by Pippen. Lost it off his hands, but last touch by Cycli as it goes out of bounds. And we get a timeout. A timeout to Chicago. 2:27 left in the second quarter here at Miami. The Heat lead game 3, 47-46. We'll be back with more here on Sports Channel and the Miami Heat Radio Network. The Heat already with 4 trays. Steve Smith, 10 points, 4 for 5 shooting. Brian Shaw, 9 points on 4 for 9. So the Heat guard tandem has played well. Play back in. Jordan in the lane, scoops it up and in. Michael Jordan, 16 points in the second quarter, 18 here in the first half. And the Bulls flip back in front, 48-47. 2:10 left in the half. Steve Smith, Brian Shaw, Grant Long, Glenn Rice, Ronnie Cycli for Miami. Bulls have their starting group back in as well. Here's Rice, left wing, comes baseline, Pippen right with him. Circles out to Shaw. Shaw in the Rice, knocked away by Pippen. We get a late whistle, and the call will go on Scottie Pippen, who is grabbing the trunks of Glenn Rice. We have seen so many times the Heat trying to go in deep to Rice, and Pippen able to knock it away, but not that time. He picks up his second foul.
Well, Pippen, one of the few defenders that's got the same size, and he's got that great elongated reach where he's able to get to some passes that other defenders wouldn't be able to, so he can take more chances.
The Bulls have outscored Miami in the second quarter, 27-14. Well, the Heat can take the lead back with these 2 Rice free throws. And a top 10 scorer this year, just his 3rd NBA season, averaged 22 points a game. And he hits his first free throw. Rice tonight with 8 points, averaging just 16 a game in this series on 37% shooting. Out of the Miami folks bemoaning the fact that Rice started the series less than 100% with the injured big toe. Rice sets for the second, rises, connects. So 2 in a row at the foul line for Rice. He's got 9. Miami has the lead again, 49-48. Minute 50 left, first half. The Heat press. Paxson breaks it. Flips to Pippen down the lane. Sought one-hander, too soft. Rebound batted out to Steve Smith. Smith ahead for Rice. He finds Long in the front court. Comes right corner. Out to Rice. Inside Smith. Turns, is bottled up. Smith holds on and protects. In the low post against Horace Grant. Spins by him, lays it in. What a wild spin by Steve Smith against the taller Horace Grant.
And he wanted the ball. He said to his teammates, I got him, get away, and he took him.
Not a rookie anymore. Steve Smith with 12 here in the first half. Miami up 3, 51-48. Minute 15 left in the half. Pippen wide right. Crowd back into it. Pippen guarded by Shaw. Bounces low for Cartwright. Spins by Cycli and is called for steps. He laid it in, but after the traveling violation.
And all of a sudden, the Heat back in a little bit of sync now. The defense working. The ball is moving on offense.
Miami leads by 3, 51-48. Minute 5 left in a stirring first half performance by Miami. Brian Shaw out between the rings, guarded by Paxson. Shaw dribble to the right. Finds Rice coming around the screen, but he's doubled up. Now Horace Grant switches out to Rice. 3-point arc, 5 to shoot. Rice will fire a 3 under duress. Bounces off the rim and over the backboard. That was a tough 3-point attempt by Rice with the lunging 6'10" Horace Grant coming his way.
Well, you don't know how much the toe is bothering him, but you'd like to see Glenn try and take Grant off the dribble if he could.
Rice just 3 out of 11 from the field here in the first half. Miami up 3, 41 seconds left in this first half. Jordan left wing by Rice to the foul line, into the lane. The floater blocked, but a foul. Ronnie Cycli had a piece of it, and Ronnie Cycli got a piece of Jordan, picks up his first foul. Miami goes over the limit now, and Jordan will shoot a couple.
Michael Jordan getting to the middle, goes up, the great hang time that allows him fade away. Gets it on the arm, there's the foul call, but what allows him to get away with that and draw the foul is that incredible time he can spend in the air.
16 points, 5 rebounds for Mighty Michael. As the game face firmly on, he hits the first free throw. 17 for Jordan now. 51-49 Miami.
You know, he and Pippen 35 points out of the 49 points Chicago has scored.
This is a Bulls team that has won 17 of their last 19 playoff games. And this is a player that has shattered all playoff scoring records. Started this series with an NBA playoff record average of 34.5 points again. Missed the second free throw. Horace Grant could not control the rebound, and it goes out of bounds off his fingertips.
And Ronnie Cycli has to make sure he boxes out on that.
51-49, Miami by 2. Smith finds Rice down at the end, makes a tough catch, fakes, goes up, and lays it in. A terrific look up court by Smith. 53-49. Miami up by 4. 11 first half points for Rice. 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Pippen feeds Grant left of the lane. Back to Pippen on the cut. Spins baseline. Can't fire it up. Out it goes to Jordan. Jordan starts the drive to the lane for a 10-footer. Good. Michael Jordan silences the crowd and now has 19 points here in the first half. 53-51. The Heat lead by 2. Bulls set up their full court pressure. Inbounds to Rice. Feeds it back to Smith. Comes across. Shoots a 3. Good! The third three-pointer for Steve Smith here in the half, and Miami leads by 5. Pippen from half court at the buzzer. Air ball. And at halftime, the Heat have a 56-51 lead and lead to the dressing room with a thunderous ovation.
Eric, you know, we've talked about the first couple minutes of the second half throughout the year. In playoff competition, it can be even more important. Brian Shaw's experience really will come into play, trying to keep the Heat in control of their game plan now. Chicago wants to come out, get a quick jump these first 3 or 4 minutes, get into the lead here and start to pull away. What the Heat really needs to do is convince Chicago you're in for a battle the rest of the game, just like the first half in these first couple minutes.
Give you an idea how it's played for Chicago. They had 33 assists in game 2. Here at halftime of game 3, just 6 assists.
Well, that's a big key because over the 2 games, Chicago has 63 assists to the Heat 39. The Heat doing a great defensive job tonight.
Miami starts out in full court pressure here in the third quarter. The Bulls go with Jordan and Paxson, Pippen, Cartwright, and Grant. So we're underway. The third period of game 3. Bulls move to the Miami end here in the third quarter. Paxson right corner, bottled up by Smith. Bounces right of the lane for Jordan, shoots the fadeaway and hits. 21 now for Michael Jordan.
First time we've seen Michael really in the post tonight. They set that up for him. We'll see if they're going to try and go to him a little more down there.
56-53, Miami up. Crowd just settling back in for the second half. Rice finds Shaw out of the top. Feeds it to Grant Long, hands it back to Shaw. Shaw, three-point line, 8 on the shot clock. He's doubled on the long screen, returns it along on the baseline, drives all the way, lays it up, no good. Offensive foul on Grant Long. That's his second foul of the game.
Good call by the official. Grant takes it in. Bill Cartwright just standing there. Good solid contact right in front of Jess Kersey.
If I still can't help but feel that Glenn Rice is going to be the barometer for the second half. He needs to heat it up after going just 4 for 12 in the first half. Miami up 3 and on defense.
I don't think it's the barometer. He needs to heat up the thermometer tonight, Eric.
You got it right. Here's Jordan, head of the circle, unloads the jumper, bullseye. Michael Jordan, 2 in a row here in the third quarter. He's got 23 points. 56-55, the Heat by a point. A minute 5 in, third quarter. Cycli left wing. Fakes Cartwright, hands it back to Shaw, left of the arc. Goes around the Cycli screen to the top, holds up, back into Cycli, left of the lane, turns, moves to the middle, spins back the other way, scoops it up, no good. Cycli had 4 block shots in the first half, couldn't get that one to drop, and Pippen advances for Chicago. Scottie Pippen to the right wing with the Bulls down 1. Alley-oop for Jordan, makes the catch, lays it in. Michael Jordan has all 6 Chicago points here at the start of the third quarter. The Bulls take a 1-point lead and the Heat take their 22nd timeout. It's 57-56 Chicago, minute 33 into the third.
Well, we talked about how the Bulls were going to come out. A little high wire act by Michael Jordan on the lob pass, but this is what a championship team does. They're going to try and push the tempo, push the aggressiveness level, and they're going to try and convince Miami, hey, you had your first half, the second half is ours. Miami's got to react now with a lot of emotion and intensity right here.
Well, this is the 17th meeting lifetime between the Heat and the Bulls. In the previous 16, yes, Michael Jordan has led Chicago in scoring in every single game. He does again tonight. Steve Smith, guarded by Jordan in the backcourt, finally gets it across as he angles right. Past the timeline to the three-point arc, 12 on the shot clock. Miami down 1. Smith still at the three-point arc, 7 to shoot, finds Brian Shaw three-point distance, dribble drive with Paxson, spins to the circle, 2 to shoot, fires from 15, no good as it rimmed out, but a foul. John Paxson reaching in, committing his 3rd personal foul.
One thing the Heat has to do a little better, they're running Glenn Rice off some screens, but they're not being aggressive, nailing Pippen, chasing him over the screens. Ronnie Cycli had a chance that time to nail Pippen on the screen, kind of slid by him.
Brian Shaw misses his first free throw. The Heat are just 9 for 14 at the foul line here tonight.
Even if you have to give up an offensive foul, nailing the guy, it sends a message to him you're going to be physical.
Shaw hits the second, so he is in double figures for the second time in 3 games of this series. Miami has tied it at 57, 2 minutes in, 3rd quarter. Chicago ball, Horace Grant, wide right. Holds over his head, puts it on the floor around the Georgia screen. Back to Michael, three-point arc. Against Long, starts the drive, spins down the middle, hangs in the air, and floats it in. Another spectacular shot made routinely by Jordan.
More slithers than a snake.
He's got 8 in the quarter already, 27 for the night. 9:35 left, 3rd period. Brian Shaw shoots right wing, way off the back iron. Rebound to Cartwright with the Bulls up 2. 59-57. Here's Paxson, left wing, pops from 18, rims out, rebound taken by Cycli. Outlet for Smith, on the push, waiting for Cycli to catch up. Smith advances to the front court. Heat looks to tie it. Smith around the Cycli screen, bounces it off his shoe, but regains the dribble. Guarded by Paxson again by the Cycli screen. Shoots the 14-footer, blocked by Pippen, taken by Smith. Feeds it inside Long, missed the reverse layup. Tipped it back in. Grant Long hanging in there, getting his first rebound and the putback. We are tied at 59. Just under 9 left, 3rd quarter of game 3. Paxson holds over the top of his head, finds Jordan. Left of the circle, Cartwright, back to Michael. Bullets inside for Pippen. In the paint, moves out right of the lane. Back to the bucket, 8 to shoot. Back out to Jordan, 3-point area. In the Pippen, spins with Long, forces it up on the glass and in. As good as you can play him. Grant Long all over Pippen, but he still got his 21st point. And the Bulls by 2, 61-59 with 8.5 to play in the 3rd. Smith finds Shaw. Shaw between the circles, back to Smith on the right. Looking low for Cycli, funnels it into him. Cycli back out to Smith, right corner. 7 to shoot, topside Rice. Dribble drive by Pippen down the lane, floats it up and in. Glenn Rice getting into the lane and finishing, has 13 points, and we are tied at 61. 8:08 left in the 3rd. Jordan stutter step, comes baseline, spins in the lane, block shot by Cycli. Loose ball, picked up by Rice. Ahead for Shaw, drives all the way and jams, but he missed the dunk, and the rebound pops out to Scottie Pippen. Incredible. An excellent fast break for Miami, but Shaw's dunk squirted out. So we're still tied at 61. Jordan feeds Horace Grant, back to Jordan, wing jumper, no good, off the back rim, but a Miami foul. And the foul is on Steve Smith. His first, the team's first.
Well, in the last break, Brian Shaw has a good dunk. Hey, sometimes you miss this one. He's been working hard, maybe a little fatigue entered into it. He got up high enough, certainly. Just hit the back rim and fell out.
You can't fault Shaw for it. He made the right play trying to throw it down.
Yep. Sometimes you just miss him. You just have to go on from there. Brian can't let it bother him.
And you can look at Shaw and see that it is bothering him right now as Jordan sinks the first of 2 free throws. And the Bulls unknot it. It's now 62-61.
I was always thankful I couldn't get up that high. It took the decision-making process right away from me.
Second by Jordan, good. So Michael Jordan with 2 free throws has 29 points, and the Bulls have a 2-point lead, 63-61, 7:38 left in what has been a beautiful 3rd game of this series. Brian Shaw wide left, bounces left sideline for Smith. Smith guarded by Jordan, lobs in for Cycli, low left. Cycli triple teamed, what will he do with it? Looking, finds Long on the left, shoots a 3, off the back iron, no good. Rebound fought for Rice and Paxson, but Paxson comes up with it and circles out with the Bulls up 2. Into the front court, Jordan. Jordan fakes, now fires from 18 and hits. He is unstoppable. Michael Jordan, 12 points. Here in the first 5 minutes of the 3rd quarter, he's got 31 for the night.
52 out of 65 points, Jordan and Pippen.
65-61, Bulls by 4. Rice on the move, down the lane, missed the bank shot. Rebound, Cartwright, lost it off his hands, out of bounds, but off the back of Glenn Rice. So it goes to Chicago, and we get a timeout credited to Miami. 6:54 left, third quarter. The Bulls have outscored the Heat 14-5, and they lead it 65-61. We'll be right back on Sports Channel on the Miami Heat Radio Network. The Bulls have their largest lead. It's 65-61. 6:54 left in the third quarter. Michael Jordan has dominated. He's hit 5 of 6 shots, has a dozen points already in this quarter, and 31 for the game.
Well, we talked about that first 4 minutes or so of the third quarter. The Bulls on that 14-5 run. This is where they want to start to take over the game.
Jordan and Pippen have scored 52 of Chicago's 65 points. No change for either group. 10 starters on the court with 6:43 left third quarter. Chicago's ball. Pippen bounces to Cartwright at the dotted line in the lane. Squeezes it up on the glass. No good. But a foul inside on Ronnie Cycli. So Cycli picks up his second personal foul. Team foul number 2 on the Heat here in the quarter.
So Cartwright gets the angle inside as he spins to his left, gets inside Cycli's body and is able to jump in a little bit. Cycli has to create some contact to try and stop the shot.
Cartwright averaging 5 points a game in this series, scoreless with 3 rebounds tonight. Looks up the first and hits. Cartwright had missed his 2 free throws in the first half. One of the things you like about Chicago centers, the acceptance of their roles. They're more like high post passers for that backdoor cut. Cartwright holds it over his head, flips up the second on the rim, bounces off. Rebound tap comes out to Brian Shaw. So the Bulls lead is 5, 66-61. 6.5 minutes left third quarter. Here's Smith posting up on Paxson. They double. Out to Shaw. Finds Rice. A long 3 on the back iron. Bounces off. Rebound off the foot of Horace Grant out of bounds. But they say last touch by Grant Long out of bounds. So it goes back to Chicago. And the shooting woes continue for Glenn Rice. He's 5 for 14. And Rice getting quality shots.
We're going to get a look at that replay. Ball bounces off Grant Long's foot. Definitely kicked by Horace Grant.
No question about it. And Jess Kersey, to his credit, saw it and overruled the call. So Miami does get it back.
And Kevin Lockery just got a technical foul from Derek Stafford.
And a rather unpleasant word or two from Derek Stafford. Kevin Lockery's team got the ball back, but Lockery been hit with a technical foul.
Like you said, in the playoffs, for Jess Kersey to make that call, an excellent call by the official. You know, there was some uncertainty about that, so Jess called the jump ball. We really like, as a coach, to see a veteran official do that.
Jess Kersey, Derek Stafford, Ronnie Nunn are officials tonight. Bill Jackson, Kevin Lockery are respective coaches. They were on the same New Jersey Net staff with my broadcast partner Dave Wohl back in the 80s. Michael Jordan to the free throw line. He'll shoot the technical. The Bulls lead by 5, 6:23 left in the third quarter. Jordan's free throw is good.
Again, on the replay, we're able to see that the ball clearly off Horace Grant's foot, going out of bounds.
And break for Miami, but they do get the ball back. 67-61. Miami trailing by 6. Michael Jordan with 32. Inbounds comes to Grant Long, lobs it for Shaw between the circles. Ryan guarded by Paxson, uses the screen down the lane, jams it through. He made sure of that one. Well, the high pick and roll working to perfection for Miami. 67-63, Bulls by 4. 6:04 left in the third. Pippen inside Cartwright. Cartwright right of the lane, holds. Guarded by Cycli, flips it inside for Grant, knocked out of bounds by Grant Long. Another terrific defensive effort for Long and Miami. On the shot clock, just 8 seconds left. Pippen will inbound underneath the hoop. Chicago shoots at. Yes, Kersey hands it to Pippen. Pippen looks, bounces in. It comes to Jordan on the wing. He moves down the lane, got bumped by Cycli, missed the reverse layup, but got fouled. Michael Jordan is whirling through. Cycli picks up his third foul.
Cycli did a good job stepping up. Jordan makes a nice move to the middle. Cycli steps up, and the foul forces Jordan to miss the easy layup for him.
And Dave, this is something that Miami is discovering as this playoff series continues. You have to be physical and not let players take the lane on you.
You have to look at the lane as your territory, your home, and players can't come in there without paying a price as Jordan makes his first foul shot. They must know, the opponent must know, that you're going to step up and challenge every single shot he tries to take on his way through the lane.
Michael Jordan has 33 for the game. And the Bulls by 5. Jordan's second free throw also good. The Bulls lead 69-63. 5:50 left in the third quarter here at Miami Arena, game 3. Long in the backcourt, double teamed by Grant and Paxson, feeds it to Shaw. Back to Long, and they get it across in time. Long comes right wing, feeds it back to Shaw. On the right sideline, uses the long screen, comes to the top, double team. Back to Long, three-point strike, puts it on the floor, fires from 17. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound tipped out to Glenn Rice. And the Heat recycle the offense. Smith has a three-point line, guarded by Jordan, holds, now fires a three. Bullseye!
And Steve Smith is not playing like a rookie, that's for sure.
His fourth three-pointer tonight. Steve Smith with 18. And Miami down 3, 69-66. Horace Grant left of the lane, out to Jordan. Another jumper, good. An 18-footer this time. Line drived in by Jordan. Looks like he's on the driving range, hitting one 300-yarder after another. He's got 36 points tonight. 17 here in the third quarter. 71-66 Chicago. 4:50 left in the quarter. Here's Rice. Starts the drive by Pippen to the lane. Shot blocked by Grant, but a foul. Scottie Pippen right in Rice's neighborhood every time he catches it. And that time Pippen picks up his third foul on the Rice drive. Second team foul on Chicago. That would help to get Pippen in some foul trouble. Scottie Pippen with 21 points and also the 3 personals. And now Glenn Rice with 13 points goes to the line for his 4th and 5th free throws of this game. Rice with just 1 made 3 tonight and just 3 in this series, but he drops in the first free throw.
Well, we talked about with all the attention Glenn Rice is getting coming off screens and everything else, it's really opened up some opportunities for Shaw and for Smith, and they're taking advantage of it tonight.
No question, the coming of age for Miami Heat rookie Steve Smith, stepping into the postseason just as you would have liked. Rice hits the second free throw. So Miami gets both on that trip, and they trail by 3, 71-68. 4:44 left in a beauty, and Rice deflects a full court pass out of bounds, intended for Horace Grant, looped over by Paxson. 19 on the shot clock. The Bulls up by 3. Phil Jackson calling out a set play. Bulls in the offensive end go to work. Pippen to inbound, gets it to Cartwright, hands it right back to Pippen. Guarded by Rice, three-point turf. Out to Jordan, right corner. Spins with Shaw to the baseline, down the lane, floats it up, air ball, rebound tipped out by Rice, taken by Shaw. 3-on-3, Smith angles off left, finds Rice wide open, fires a long 2, no good. Rebound Cycli. Cycli finds Shaw, steps up for a 3, no good. Kicks off the rim to the left, rebound to Cartwright.
That's the one when it comes out, you want to work the clock a little more, get everybody involved, get a good shot. Don't let Chicago get off that easy defensively.
Heat still down by 3. Jordan bounces right corner, Paxson inside, Grant hooks it up and in. And the Bulls go up 73-68. 8 points for Horace Grant. 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Steve Smith into the front court with the dribble. Finds Rice, three-point line. Guarded by Pippen, sends it back to Shaw up top. Left wing to Long. Long turns on Horace Grant. 8 to shoot. Long still holds, back to the goal. Now faces, starts the drive, comes to the lane, flips it up and in. A tough move by Grant Long, who has 12 points. And Miami again within 3, 73-70. Pippen comes across, gets bumped by Rice. And Rice is called for his second personal foul. Team foul number 4 on the Heat in the third quarter.
Grant Long getting that first step, the last possession on Horace Grant, just taking it strong to the basket.
The Heat at 50%. Actually, the Bulls 50% for the game. Miami 48%. Chicago by 3. Jordan zigzags, baseline right, hangs in the air, feeds Cartwright, loose ball, knocked out of bounds, and it goes to Miami. And the Heat once again have that defensive volume as loud as it gets. Steve Smith comes from backcourt to frontcourt down the left sideline. 3 1/4 to play in the third. Miami down 3. Smith with 4 threes already tonight. Smith wide left in the cycle. He makes a tough catch, and now the ball knocked away and a foul on Bill Cartwright. Cartwright's first foul tonight, just the third on Chicago here in the quarter.
We talked about how physical the Chicago centers try and play Cycli. Cartwright bumping, shoving, tries to get inside to steal the pass. Ronnie holds him off to draw the foul.
That was actually Cartwright's second. They go into Cycli again. Makes the catch. Left of the lane. Bumped by Cartwright. Shoots the turnaround on the rim. Bounces off. Rebound to Scottie Pippen. Pippen down the middle. Floats into the front court. Off the dribble. Finds Paxson three-point line. He gets to the Jordan. Top of the circle to the foul line. Ducks under Cycli. Finds Pippen. 15-footer is good. 23 now for Scottie Pippen. And Miami gets to within 3, no closer. It's now 75-70 Chicago. 2:46 left third quarter. Shaw, change of direction. Nice pass for Ronnie.
What a great pass by Brian Shaw.
Excellent game for Shaw, along with 14. 75-72. Again, the Heat within 3. 2:33 left in the quarter. Michael Jordan, top of the circle, turns on Shaw. Moves to the foul line, fires from 16. In and out, rebound Cycli. Cycli hands it back to Smith. Steve Smith waving for Ronnie Cycli to set him a screen.
Cycli's got to get up the court quicker. He's walking up after he rebounds. Steve Smith wants him in the flow.
Smith to the baseline, fires from 20. Air ball, rebound Cycli, gathers himself, goes up, got fouled, missed the shot. This game just keeps getting better. Timeout to Chicago. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left in the third quarter. It's the Bulls 75, the Heat 72 on Sports Channel and the Miami Heat Radio Network.
Steve Smith has been on a fire from the three-point line. Here he sets up Jordan on this last replay. He's got 4 of them, and this is number 4, right through the heart of the net.
Steve Smith, 4 for 4 from three-point land, has 18 points to lead Miami. And they've his excellent offensive showing tonight, picking up the slack for Glenn Rice, who still continues to struggle with a touch. Rice has 15 points, but not the red-hot shooter you hoped he would be. But what a playoff outburst for Steve Smith. Had a great game 1, now having a terrific game 3.
You know what I love about it? He's showing a little almost magic-type leadership and telling Cycli twice now, come on, get up court quicker. I need you in the flow of the offense. That's the kind of leadership that you love to see in your point guard.
Steve Smith has hit 7 of 10 from the field, and all 5 Heat starters in double figures. Michael Jordan leads the Bulls, has 36. Scott Pippen with 23. I'm Eric Reed with Dave Wohl. Our score is 75-72 Bulls. 2:08 left in the third quarter. And Ronnie Cycli to try to bring Miami within 1 with 2 free throws. Sets for the first, flips it up, around, and it rolls in. 11 points, 9 rebounds tonight for Cycli. 75-73. Cycli sets for the second, flips it up, and hits. So the Heat are within 1. It's 75-74 with 2:05 left in the third quarter. Almost got a turnover in the backcourt, but Cartwright gets it to Pippen. He flips it across to Jordan left corner. Back to Cartwright. Sends it right for Paxson for the 20-footer. Bullseye.
Oh, that's where Paxson just cuts your heart out. You watch him all game, nothing happens. The one time he gets open, bingo.
Just his first 3 shots tonight. That's his first basket of the evening. Puts the Bulls up 3, 77-74. And at 42 left, third quarter. Smith with a jab step out right wing, guarded by Jordan. Feeds it to Rice, right sideline. He'll shoot from 21. Got it! That is the X factor. One Glenn Rice up. Rice with 17 now. 77-76. Bulls by only 1. Minute 24 left in the third quarter.
And the Heat really stepping up the defensive pressure.
Miami stepping up to playoff caliber basketball. How sweet this is. Here's Pippen down the lane. Flips it left corner. Paxson shoots the jumper. Rims out. Rebound tip. And taken down by Steve Smith. Smith comes out of the backcourt with a flip to Shaw. Left wing drives all the way. Missed the layup. Loose ball. We get a foul on the Shaw drive. And they miss one down this end, but they get it down the other end.
Derek Stafford was watching the pass, I think, and he didn't see Pippen after he let go of the pass charge into Grant Long.
R.S. Grant picked up the foul.
Rice on the possession before, nailing the long 2 on Pippen. He looked like he wanted the ball on that one.
Now Glenn likes to hear that string music as his ball goes whistling through the net. Shaw hits the first free throw. 77-77 your score. Glenn Rice will get a rest. He leaves with 17. Steve Smith will also get a breather. He sits down with 18. Keith Haskins and Bimbo Coles are on.
Right, Smith and Shaw between them, 30 points, 10 boards.
Shaw's second free throw gives Miami the lead. It's 78-77 with 1:03 left in the third quarter. What a terrific outing for Miami. Jordan across. The Heat on an 8-2 run. Jordan feeds B.J. Armstrong. Back to Michael. Left wing to Pippen. Down under a minute left in the third quarter. Jordan jumps baseline. Flips a pass to Grant. Knocked out of bounds by Long. Chicago ball 7 on the shot clock. The Heat playing as tough as you would have hoped for here on their home court. The Heat have to win the night to force a Game 4, which would be Friday night, 7:30 here at Miami Arena. Pippen looking to inbound. Game also on Sports Channel. We hope it'll be there for you. Here's Jordan, right wing jumper. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Cycli. His 10th rebound of the night. But his outlet picked off by Jordan. Jordan in the lane against 3. Goes up. And Shaw stole the shot. But a foul on Shaw. So Brian Shaw coming over the top, just grabbed the ball with both hands, but they're not going to let that go.
And Ronnie Cycli had an outlet pass right to his right to Brian Shaw, looked up court to Grant Long. Wanted to make the tougher pass, I think, instead of that easy one.
Wrong choice, because Jordan goes to the line now for 2. Michael, as usual, magnificent. 36 points. He's 8 of 10 at the foul line. He flips up the first and hits. So the Bulls have evened it back at 78, and they come back with their second-year man out of North Carolina, Scott Williams. He will sit down Horace Grant. At Horace Grant, Grant Long matchup, blue collar all the way, and both players have been relatively quiet tonight. Horace Grant with 8. Grant Long has 14.
Ain't no finesse in them bodies, just heart.
And you need those players come playoff time. Jordan hits the second free throw. He now has 38. And the Bulls up by 1, 79-78. 30 seconds left, third quarter, as Bimbo Coles lurches into the front court. He comes left wing, guarded by B.J. Armstrong. Pick and roll with Long. Coles over the top, down the lane, hangs in the air, missed the shot, foul on Cartwright. Bimbo Coles, we've said it all along, Miami's best player on that pick and roll, slicing down the lane.
Bimbo just taking it to the hoop strong, trying to make some contact.
He did. And Cartwright picks up his third foul. Chicago over the limit. Ronnie Cycli will get a breather for the final 20 seconds of this third quarter. The odd man comes in. Bimbo Coles to the line for 2. Coles the only Miami reserve to score so far tonight. And he hits the first free throw, give him 4 points. Odd does check in now for Cycli. Ronnie sits down with a dozen points and 10 rebounds. Cycli just 2 for 6 from the field, but he is 8 of 9 at the foul line. Now Kevin Edwards will come on. Paxson is checked in for Chicago, and Miami will send Kevin Edwards in for Grant Long. So the Heat, for the final 20 seconds of this third quarter, will have Shaw, Coles, Edwards, Askins, and Ogg. The Bulls have Armstrong, Livingston, Jordan, Pippen, and Paxson.
Well, Kevin did a good job just matching up. He's got a small team in there to match up with the Chicago Bulls. Augie will play Livingston.
And Coles hits the second free throw, and Miami is in front, 80-79. 18 seconds left, third quarter, the Heat by a point. Michael Jordan in the backcourt, moves into the forecourt, the Heat double it. He flips it to Paxson between the circles, left wing Armstrong. Back to Paxson, 8 seconds left in the quarter. Over to Jordan with 5. Jordan at the three-point line with 3. Moves right wing off to Livingston. His shot blocked by Ogg. Taken down by Coles, and the Heat will take the lead into the fourth quarter. How about this? Another standing ovation at Miami Arena. We are 12 minutes away from Game 4. After 3 quarters, Game 3 goes to Miami by 1. It's the Heat 80, the Bulls 79. We'll be right back on Sports Channel on the Miami Heat Radio Network. Miami Heat have led this third game of the 1992 NBA playoffs after all 3 quarters. 33-19 after 1, 56-51 at halftime, and 80-79 through 3 quarters as we head to the final period of Game 3. Eric Reed, Dave Wohl, our producer-director Brad Hurd, delighted you could join us for what has been a thrilling Game 3 of this first-round series.
Well, this is the quarter that tests your heart and commitment right here.
Bimbo Coles, Kevin Edwards, Grant Long, Ronnie Cycli, Keith Askins open the quarter for Miami, and the Heat get it first. It's Armstrong, Livingston, Pippen, Scott Williams, and Michael Jordan for the Bulls, and Jordan has 38. Here's Edwards. A right corner jumper is good. Kevin Edwards hitting his first basket of the night, and Miami up 3, 82-79. Pippen all the way, scoops it up, no good, but he got pushed by Keith Askins. So Askins comes back, commits his first foul of the fourth quarter on Miami.
One thing after a score sometimes, Chicago is getting the ball out, passing it ahead to Pippen, and the rest of the Heat defenders have to hustle back and get ahead of Pippen so they can cut off his penetration. That time he got ahead of everybody else. Askins had to foul him to save a layup.
All 5 Heat starters in double figures. Steve Smith leads the way with 18. Michael Jordan has 38 for Chicago, and Scottie Pippen, who hits the first free throw, has 24. Both Pippen and Jordan will be playing for Chuck Daly this summer in Barcelona for the United States Olympic team. So Michael Jordan sits down here at the start of the fourth quarter for Craig Hodges, the 10th-year man out of Long Beach State who could fill it up long distance. Pippen's second free throw. Slipped up and good. 25 for Scottie Pippen. And the Bulls are down 82-81 now. 11:30 left in the game. Edwards cautiously bounces to Long into the front court left wing. Long holds up, hands it back to Kevin on the baseline. He knocks down one of the Chicago Bulls, Cliff Livingston, but this will be a block on Livingston. Livingston commits his first on Chicago here in the final quarter. So Keith Askins will inbound from side court, gets it to Coles. Coles guarded by Armstrong. Wide left, finds Edwards on the bounce, turns on Hodges. They clear out that side. He gets by Hodges into the lane, scoops it up, no good, but he got fouled. The Heat really running smoothly offensively. Hodges gets the foul, but they cleared out the side for the Edwards-Hodges match, and Kevin blew by him like he wasn't there.
Kevin has a mismatch there. Edwards is good as anybody on the Heat, breaking people down. He's gotten so much better taking it strong to the hoop as he does right on that replay.
And Edwards, of course, played collegiately in Chicago at DePaul. He hits the first free throw.
You know, Eric, we should give some credit right now. Kevin Lockery and his staff done a terrific job tonight getting their team prepared, you know, for what looked like a up-against-the-wall situation. They really got them coming out playing emotionally and strong.
Edwards missed the second free throw. The Heat up 83-81, Bulls ball. Pippen left wing, a minute into the fourth quarter. He comes to the top, to the foul line, inside. Scott Williams missed the layup. Rebound tipped up, doesn't go. Rebound to Kevin Edwards of Miami. Edwards out of the pack. Edwards across, bounces for Long, makes the catch, lays it up, blocked by Pippen. Loose ball to Scott Williams. Ahead for Pippen. Lockery wanted a foul. Pippen into the corner. Hodges fires a three. Got it. Craig Hodges. That is his 82nd playoff three. One of the all-time playoff leaders. And that's his first three-point goal of the night. It puts Chicago up 84-83. 10:30 left in this ball game. Askins left wing, guarded by Pippen, into the corner. Edwards. Rice will come on. Edwards shoots the jumper. No good. We get a whistle on the shot and a foul on Craig Hodges. And Dave, just to reiterate what you mentioned a moment ago about the Heat coaching staff, what a dream for a coaching staff. Kevin Lockery, Bob Stack, Alvin Gentry. You come in, you win 14 more than the team did a year before, and you get this team into the promised land of the playoffs.
Yeah, you don't even want anybody to pinch you and wake you up yet. Terrific job by the staff this year.
Glenn Rice back with his 17 points. Askins sits down, and Edwards buries the first of these two free throws. On the night, Miami unofficially 19 for 25 at the foul line. Edwards second, rolls around and bounces off. The rebound of Scott Williams, and we are tied at 84 with 10:15 remaining in game 3. Scottie Pippen left sideline for Chicago. Guarded by Rice as the Williams screen set. Pippen still on the hold, comes top of the circle, flips it right corner for Hodges. Long two, no, bounces off. Easy rebound for Bimbo Coles. 2 minutes in, fourth quarter, still tied. Long for Rice, left corner, comes to the top, to the foul line, shoots the jumper on Livingston, way off. Rebound to B.J. Armstrong.
That's the quick jumper the Heat really doesn't want that time. Move the ball a little more.
Scott Williams feeding for Livingston over his head, goes out of bounds, so the Bulls come up with a turnover, and Miami gets it right back, tied at 84.
See, what Glenn could have done that time was pass it, get it right back. Now he's got his dribble left on Livingston. Good situation to go one-on-one.
Edwards left wing, guarded by Hodges. In the cycle, left of the lane. Spins by Williams, down the lane. Missed the dunk, but got fouled. Oh, a three-point opportunity just popped out for Miami. But a lightning quick move by Cycli, spinning by Scott Williams, who picks up his second
Williams
foul.
got caught leaning his body against Cycli, and he got that arm up so high. As soon as Ronnie spun, the contact was there. All he had to do was finish the shot, and it just wouldn't fall for him.
Ronnie Cycli been rock solid tonight. 12 points, 10 rebounds, 4 block shots, and 8 of 9 free throw shooter. The fourth-year co-captain from Syracuse. Sights, delivers, connects.
Like all the other Heat players, Ronnie's brought his best tonight, so has the rest of the team. They knew that's what it would take against the Bulls. That's
what the NBA playoffs are all about. Great lessons learned from Miami tonight and all through this fourth season. Cycli's second shot good. So Cycli hits them both, and Miami up by 2, 86-84 with 9.5 minutes remaining. Hodges into the front court, finds Pippen, gets the step down the lane, lays it up, no good. Rebound out to Livingston. Back to Pippen, baseline right. Pippen triple team. Cross court for Hodges, makes the catch, shoots a three, got it. You cannot leave Hodges roaming around at the top of that three-point arc. He's got a couple of trays in the fourth quarter, 6 points, and the Bulls are back out in front, 87-86. 9 minutes left in the game. Cole's left wing for Miami, finds Rice at the top, lobs it low for Cycli, makes the catch in the lane, puts it up, and a foul.
Ronnie Cycli going to work inside on Scott Williams. Great feed by Glenn Rice. Cycli really keeps his position, holds Williams on his back, gets him so deep. Nice little up and under, gets Williams in the air, and he finishes it this time.
Cycli had 14 points, 11 rebounds in game 1, 26 points, 7 rebounds in game 2, and already 16 points, 10 boards here in game 3. Greg Hodges, Scott Williams sit down. Bill Cartwright and Michael Jordan are back. And Ronnie Cycli having a very strong outing, reinforcing his presence here in the NBA. He hits the free throw as one of the better young big men in the NBA. 89-87. Miami on top of the Cycli three-point play. There's a steal by Coles. 3-on-2. Coles down across half court, got fouled by Pippen. The Heat would have had a 3-on-2 fast break. A wise foul by Pippen, but it is his 4th foul. And the 14th foul on Chicago.
And Horace Grant will come back in because great pressure on this press forced Cliff Livingston into a quick unforced turnover. Bimbo Coles wisely heading right up court quick, drew the foul by Pippen.
Well, first, folks thought it wouldn't be possible for the Heat to make the playoffs. Now they're wondering if it's possible if the Heat could win here in the playoffs. Coles missed the first free throw. It popped in and out on him. Bimbo is 3 for 5 at the foul line so far. Horace Grant in, and Livingston begrudgingly comes out.
Well, Phil Jackson really did not like that turnover. He went right back to Horace Grant. He's not wasting any time here.
Cole's second free throw is good, and Miami is up 90-87. 8:48 left in game 3. Pippen in the backcourt, feeds it to Armstrong. He moves into the front court, double team, bounces for Cartwright, high post. Topside Pippen, left wing to Jordan. Jordan sets, is double teamed. Dribbles out to the top, 8 on the shot clock. Jordan now back down the lane, hangs in the air, missed the scoop, but got fouled by Cycli. Well, Ronnie Cycli commits his 4th foul, the second team foul on Miami in the quarter. 8:30 left in it. Miami leads by 3.
Well, this is Michael's time of the game now. Winning time, as Irvin Magic Johnson used to call it. But Cycli doesn't let him go to the hoop unmolested.
Michael Jordan to the line for 2. He's hit 10 of 12 at the stripe tonight. He flips it up, right hand, and hits. Well, they flap those clickers, but Jordan basically is unflappable.
I'll tell you, Eric, no matter the outcome tonight, the Miami fans here have been treated to playoff basketball at its best.
We've all got a great taste for it and hope to be back next year. Actually, hope to be back Friday night. Jordan hits the second free throw. So Michael now with 40 points. His second 40-point game of this playoff series and his 22nd 40-point playoff game lifetime. Incredible career. Bimbo Coles comes left wing with a Heat up 90-89. And as Coles comes to the left wing, we get a foul on Michael Jordan, who tells Phil Jackson to calm down. Jordan's first foul puts Chicago over the limit with 8:18 left in the fourth quarter.
It's getting more and more physical as we get down the stretch. That's what the playoffs are all about. If you set a screen, you hold the screen. You make somebody fight through it.
So Ronnie Cycli set the screen. Jordan plowed into him. Cycli to the line for 2. Ronnie is 11 for 12 at the stripe here in game 3. Again, he bends the knees, eyes the rim, delivers. This one bounces off, no good.
Likely right now approaching his Heat record, I think, of 15 foul shots in a game. This will make it 14 for him.
Matter of fact, at Washington late in the season, Cycli hit 14 of 15. Cycli sets here for the second, flips it up. It bounces around and drops through. So Cycli gets the second free throw to go. And Miami leads it 91-89 with 8:13 left in game 3. Jordan left wing, eyes Kevin Edwards. Comes to the left wing to the foul line, turns the corner, down the lane, hangs in the air, feeds it out to Pippen. The corner jumper, good. Just when you think you have him stopped, Jordan hangs in the air an extra split second and finds the open man. 27 for Pippen, 91-91. We are tied with 7:50 left. Bimbo Coles left wing on the dribble. They double him. Coles turns the corner, splits two. Off to Rice, right baseline, starts the drive, squeezes it up on the glass, in and out. Rebound Cycli, fakes, and dunks. And Miami is up 93-91. 7:33 left. Michael Jordan into the front court for Chicago. Left sideline guarded by Edwards. Jordan has 40. Topside cut right, hands it back to Michael. Michael double team, gets by Cycli, moves right of the circle into the corner. Armstrong for a 20-footer. Good. Actually, that's a three-point goal for B.J. Armstrong. Armstrong had 35 threes during the regular season. That's his first three made in the playoffs. It puts the Bulls up 94-93.
He's doing a great job taking Jordan's avenue to the basket away, but he's finding his open teammates on the perimeter.
Just under 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Rice, top of the circle, fires off to the left. Rebound Cartwright, and he feeds Jordan. Jordan on the jog, moves it in front, changes direction, down the lane for the one-hand slam dunk. Tremendous liftoff by Jordan. Timeout Miami. Michael has 42. The Bulls lead by 3. 6:43 left in the fourth quarter. It's Chicago 96, Miami 93 on Sports Channel and the Miami Heat Radio Network.
Well, when the game is on the line or you need the lift, you always look to your best player, and Michael Jordan is as good as there is as he weaves through the entire Heat team for a little slam action.
Michael Jordan with 42 points tonight. He's hit 15 of 25 from the field, 12 of 14 from the foul line. Also has 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. That's why he's all-world. Chicago leads 96-93. 6 minutes, 43 seconds left in Miami's unforgettable first ever playoff game at home.
Now, I would expect Kevin may go back to Steve Smith or Brian Shaw fairly soon because those two are having such a terrific game, especially offensively.
Coles, Long, Edwards, Cycli, and Rice for Miami. Jordan, Armstrong, Grant, Cartwright, and Pippen for the Bulls, who press full court. Edwards lobs it over the head of Coles, taken by Cycli at half court. He feeds to Coles into the front court. And that was an adventure getting it ahead. Miami down by 3. Coles circles out top. Coles on the handle. Drives by Armstrong, lays it up, in, and a foul. Bimbo Coles making it very difficult for Kevin Lockery to take him out.
Bimbo taking it all the way, a little stutter step, gets him into the seam, and the Chicago defense wasn't ready for the penetration. He has an almost unmolested layup all the way to the basket. 8
points for Coles as he glassed it home on that pick and roll action. Miami could tie it with Bimbo's free throw. The Heat are 25 out of 34 at the line, and Coles does tie it up.
We talked about that home court being comfortable shooting again, and they're doing it at both ends, from the field and from the free throw line.
96 apiece, 6:15 remaining. Scottie Pippen circles with Rice to the foul line, hangs in the air, finds Jordan right wing. Double team, Jordan feeds Pippen at the top, left corner, Armstrong shoots another 3. This one not there. Ricochets off, rebounded by Edwards. Tied at 96, 6 minutes left. Edwards on the scooter, moves it across. Edwards right wing, finds Long topside. Left wing swing to Rice. Guarded by Pippen, bullets in for Cycli. Left of the lane, bumps with Cartwright, throws up the jump hook, bounces off, no good. Rebound, Horace Grant. And now you are really feeling playoff-like pressure. Tied at 96, 5:40 left in game 3. If the Bulls win, they advance. If the Heat win, we get game 4 Friday night. Cartwright for Jordan. In the lane, here's the fadeaway, got it. Michael Jordan with 44, and the Bulls lead it 98-96 with 5:25 remaining.
What a move, that proverbial stop on a dime, give you 9 cents change right there.
Here's Bimbo Coles on the walk. He prowls around out top. His bouncer for long, knocked away by Jordan, stolen by Armstrong. 4-on-1. Pippen down the lane, all the way, lays it in. Well, that's what we saw a lot of in Chicago over the weekend. Chicago defense and transition. 100-96. The Bulls up by 4. And even 5 minutes left, and the Heat turn it over again on a pass to Rice that took him out of bounds. 2 costly turnovers in a row, and now Chicago calls timeout. 4 minutes, 58 seconds left in Game 3. It's the Bulls 100, the Heat 96. We'll be right back here on Sports Channel and the Miami Heat Radio Network. Certainly the most important moments of this season for Miami. They're on the ropes here in Game 3. You lose, it's all over. You win, you go on to Game 4. The Bulls lead it 100-96. 4:58 left in Game 3. 44 points for Michael Jordan, 29 for Scottie Pippen. Bulls have it. Pippen, Jordan, Armstrong, Cartwright, and Grant. Jordan right wing. Bottled up by Brian Shaw. He's back in the game along with Steve Smith. Jordan out top, finds Cartwright baseline. Back to Michael, 8 on the shot clock. Shaw right with Jordan. Jordan turns, dribbles to his left, down the lane, floats it up. Good, no good, but a foul on Grant Long. And I want to tell you, Jordan glaring back at Brian Shaw. Shaw did an incredible job sticking with Jordan on that sequence.
Did a great job, just squared him up. Michael was upset about all the hand checking, but that's the way you have to play him in the playoffs.
And Michael knows more of that is on the way. Should the Bulls advance, they will take on either Detroit or New York, 2 very physical basketball teams.
You got to bring your 2x4s for that series.
Jordan's first free throw is good. He has been nearly flawless tonight with 45 points.
Get out the whips and the chains, sharpen the chariot spikes.
Michael's used to it. He is a marked man come playoff time.
He's a warrior.
Second free throw is good, so it is now 102-96. And Michael Jordan with 46. An incredible night for Jordan in the backcourt. Long makes the catch, and Horace Grant reaches in, knocks it away, but commits the foul. And the Bulls been over the limit for quite some time, so they will march down the other end, and Grant Long will get 2 free throws. That foul is number 2 on Horace Grant. Grant Long will go to the line. He has 14 points, and these will be his first foul shots of the night. Long, an 81% shooter during the regular season. His home crowd, which started off in a frenzy, has quieted down some. It's time for them to get back into it. And Long steps to the free throw line. Perfect in this series at 4 for 4. Sights, delivers, in and out, no good. Grant will get a second. 102-96. This game was tied at 96 apiece with 6:20 left. About 2 minutes gone by, and the Bulls have scored 6 unanswered points. Second by Long is good. That ends Chicago's run. Long has 15 points, and Miami is down 102-97. Down the other way, Jordan to the foul line, rises, shoots, connects. Michael Jordan throwing one haymaker after another. He's got 48 points in the game. 104-97. The Heat hope that Jordan doesn't take it over and grab it away from him. Rice circles out top. 4:10 left in the game. Shaw starts the drive by Armstrong. Baseline reverse is good.
A terrific move by Brian Shaw. Used the other side of the basket to get that one up.
Shaw with 15 points. Miami down 5. 104-99. Less than 4 minutes left. Pippen across. Hangs in the air. Feeds it to Jordan left corner. Jordan is doubled. Flips it a Cartwright. He turns for the open jumper. Rolls off. Rebound Grant. Missed the layup. Rebound slightly in traffic. Miami down 104-99, and here they come again. Shaw into the front court. Finds Smith. He sends it to Rice. A right corner jumper. Good! 104-101. 19 for Rice. And the Heat are rallying back.
They're really keeping their poise.
And there's a pass for Horace Grant. Overthrown, out of bounds. Miami ball.
And Chicago's losing theirs a little bit.
Which is very surprising.
John Paxson will be coming back in the game. We're going to see a little high pick and roll action here for Miami, I'm sure.
With the Heat down by 3 and 3:20 left in a thrilling fourth period. Brian Shaw pick and roll with Long, stolen by Horace Grant. Ahead for Pippen. 2-on-1. Pippen down the middle for Armstrong. Lays it up, in, and a foul. And Brian Shaw compounded the error by fouling Armstrong after he released that good made layup.
Well, you got that right. If you're going to foul a guy on that, you must make sure you get his arm so he can't get the shot off.
Well, this is a real potential turning point. The Horace Grant steal and the B.J. Armstrong conversion.
Bryant comes in on this layup, just gets him late with the body, going for the block.
So B.J. Armstrong to the line, the third-year man out of Iowa. He's got 10 points tonight. 1 for 1 at the free throw line. He sets, flips, and hits. Big three-point conversion for B.J. Armstrong. Puts the Bulls up 107 to 101. 3:10 left. The Heat break the press as Cycli dribbles into the front court. Hands it back to Smith. Squares. Shoots a long three. This one's short. Rebound to Grant Long. He comes down the lane. Got tripped up and fouled by Bill Cartwright. Cartwright's fourth foul. Grant Long spilled down hard. Will shoot 2.
Kevin Lockery's motioning to Steve Smith. Take your time a little bit. We don't need that quick three. What we need is a good opportunity every time down where we have some guys under the board so we can rebound and miss.
The Heat huddled at that free throw line. You can tell they are very tight, very spirited as we come down the final 3 minutes. The Heat are down 107 to 101.
Both teams plenty of timeouts. 3 timeouts each team. Chicago still has its 20 left.
The Heat 27 for 37 tonight at the free throw line. 73% under their regular season average. Long missed the first, and the missed free throws piling up, and that hurts. Stay at 107 to 101. This is a game Miami led in the first quarter by 18. Long sets for the second. He's got the goggles off. He flips it up and hits. 16 points for Grant Long. Miami trailing now 107 to 102. 2:58 left. Against Glenn Rice, Scottie Pippen moves to the front court, down the lane, all the way, lays it up, no good, but a foul. The thing that separates Scottie Pippen from the rest of the pack, I guess one of the many things, how good he is with the dribble. And Glenn Rice says, I respect what Pippen's able to do off the dribble.
One thing, I don't know if Kevin has told his players to try and push them to the middle, Jordan or Pippen, but you'd like to send Pippen or Jordan that far out on the court towards the sideline a little bit rather than getting them in the heart of the defense where they have a lot more options and have a direct line to the hoop.
That was Cycli's foul. It's his 5th, and Pippen hits the first free throw. So Scottie now with 30. That duplicates what he did Sunday afternoon in Game 2.
Incredible. 78 points between the two of them, Pippen and Jordan.
The Bulls are now 23 out of 29 from the foul line. Pippen's second is also good. So the Bulls are taking care of business down the stretch. They lead at 109-102, 2:47 to play. Smith, hounded by Jordan, wide left, comes to the left wing, tied up by Michael, bounces low for Cycli. Jordan doubles him. The pass comes out, gets tipped out of bounds by Pippen. Man-to-man pressure in the backcourt. Shaw with Jordan as Jordan steps into the front court. Now flips to Pippen. Wide left, guarded by Rice. 12 to shoot. Pippen around the Horace Grant screen, turns the corner down the lane, lobs it for Armstrong. Right corner jumper. No good. Short. Rebound Pippen. And they recycle the offense. Jordan saying, great job, Scottie, and give it up to me. Jordan circles left wing. Jordan by Shaw down the lane, bumps it along, puts up the shot. No foul, but the shot went in. So Michael Jordan now with 50 points here at Miami Arena.
The arena record only 51. It's going to take that for them to win this.
111-104 Chicago. Here's Grant Long in the circle, backs out. Minute 45 left. Do or die time now. Cycli left it away in triple team, puts it on the floor, got fouled from behind, I believe, by Michael Jordan, just your average 50-point warrior.
Now, Ronnie Cycli got triple team that time. He ends up going line, but he had Steve Smith wide open at the three-point line. Should have kicked it right out. Steve has an open 3 attempt at that point.
Dave, amazing what we've seen Michael Jordan do in this series. You're never surprised at Jordan's heroics. 50 points tonight, 18 for 28 from the field, 14 for 16 at the line. But it's Cycli at the line, and the game on the line now for the Heat. Cycli's first is good. No margin for error now for Miami the rest of the way. A minute 41 left. The Heat are trailing 111-105.
My palms are even getting sweaty. This is great.
And you're a guy that's been through it as player, head coach, and assistant coach. Cycli hits the second free throw.
You never forget the fun of the playoffs, Eric. Best time of the year.
This is the place to be. 111-106. Miami trails it with a minute 35 left. The Heat on the press. Armstrong cautiously into the front court, doubled into the corner to Pippen. 13 to shoot. Pippen squares on Cycli. Pippen looks at the basket, holds, puts it on the floor. Out to Armstrong, right wing Jordan with 6 in the shot clock. He fires and hits. An arena record 52 points for Michael Jordan. He has taken it over. 113 to 106 Chicago. Minute 15 left. Maybe in the playoffs for Miami. Cycli out to Rice, three-point line, puts it on the floor, comes foul line, hangs in the air. The shot short, tipped out to Rice. The turn into the lane. On the rim, bounces in. And Miami's still alive. Down 113 to 108 with a minute 5 left. Glenn Rice now with 23 points. Here's Armstrong to half court and across. Armstrong veers back to the left. Under a minute left and Miami down 113-108. Back to Jordan in between the circles, guarded by Smith. Whips it in the Pittman, turns for the hook. No good on the glass. Rebound, batted in the air, and a foul on Chicago. There is still hope here in Miami. The foul is on Scottie Pippen. It's his 5th.
Grant Long can cut it to 4 points right here by making both of these. 3 points by making both of these.
These are critical free throws for Miami. Pippen now with 5 fouls. Well, Jordan gets 52. Pippen has 31. B.J. Armstrong, the only other Bull in double figures with 11. Glenn Rice leads Miami with 23. Cycli has 22. Smith with 18. Here's Long. Goggles back on. Free throw on the way. And it's no good. In and out. And that really hurts. With 47 seconds left.
And a strength that they have had all year, making foul shots down the stretch, has deserted them a little bit in this game tonight. Maybe it's fatigue, maybe it's concentration, but they've missed 3 crucial foul shots down the stretch here.
And 12 out of 42. Getting there, but not making the most of it. Long splits, gets 1 of 2, and the Heat are down by 4, 113 to 109. Here's Armstrong, breaks the press, but circles back out, and we get a reach-in foul on Grant Long. So Long reached in, picks up his 4th foul. The Heat over the limit. And that'll send B.J. Armstrong to the line for 2, with the Bulls up by 4 and 41 seconds left.
If the Heat are pressing, the guy they would love to have the Bulls get the ball to is Cartwright, and they can foul Cartwright. Of the guys on the floor, Cartwright a 60.4% foul shooter. B.J. Armstrong over 80.4.
And 4 for 4 in this series, including 2 tonight. He flips it up and hits. That's a cool rookie. Third-year player. Looks like a rookie. I guess B.J. always will.
It'll be interesting to see what Kevin does. He's got 40.9 seconds. Is he just going to let them go up, call something from the sidelines, or take the timeout, set something up from half court so we can save time on the clock?
Jordan talking a mile a minute to Smith as Armstrong sets for the free throw. It's on the way, and it's good. And we get a timeout to Miami. Timeout with 40.9 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Our score here at Miami Arena, the Bulls 115, the Heat 109. Back for the finish right after this on Sports Channel and the Miami Heat Radio Network. And with 40.9 seconds left, it's the Bulls 115, the Heat 109. Miami's ball, they'll go with Rice, Smith, Shaw, Cycli, and Long. The Bulls operate with Cartwright, Jordan, Grant, Pippen, and Armstrong. And David, the Heat don't win. The playoffs end the night for Miami, but a terrific night of hoops. Smith gets the inbounds, guarded by Jordan in the front court. Smith back to the bucket, turns, comes three-point line, uses the Rice screen to the top, looks for Rice, can't find him, now bounces to Long. 13 on the shot clock, Long out to Rice, they're looking for a 3. He fires an off-balance jumper, no good. Rebound Rice, right corner. Down to 23 seconds left in the game. Rice shoots a long 2, got it! Glenn Rice coming alive down the stretch, and it's 115, 111. Down ahead of the field, Jordan makes the catch, gets ahead of Cycli and dunks. 54 now for Jordan, and the Heat need to call another timeout. Gone should be the title of expansion team. The Heat are now a playoff team.
Well, once you get into that playoff level, you drop that expansion label for good. No longer are they an expansion team. They're one of the teams that get in the playoffs, and the thing is now it becomes a little bit more of a goal every single year to go further. And that goal next year will be to win a playoff game. But definitely you feel you're a playoff team. It gives confidence to the players. They'll come into next season with a greater sense of accomplishment and a greater focus than in any of the 4 years prior.
It has done wonders for the Heat's self-image as a basketball team. And how about the night Glenn Rice is having? Admittedly struggling with his outside jumper, but he has willed his way to 25 points in the game, including 8 here in the 4th quarter. Well, now, does the season have just 16 seconds left? Probably. Miami is down by 6. they'll get the ball. What do they do here?
Well, here I think you need the quick three. You're 6 points down, 15.9 seconds. You'd like to see if you could get something inbounds. The crowd just standing here. They love them no matter what happens now. But you got to try and get the three-pointer right away.
As much of anything, this is a thank you message to the Miami Heat. Well-deserved and well-received. Ryan Shaw will inbound from half court. No change for either club. Shaw flips to Long. Long looking for Rice coming around the screen. Back to Shaw. A long three.
Got it.
He hit it with 11 seconds left. And it's 117 to 114. The Heat set up their full court pressure. Ryan Shaw with 17 points. In it comes to Jordan with 10. Jordan down the sideline, gets fouled with 9.5 seconds left. Grant Long picks up his 5th foul. The Heat have to hope for the improbable here. Jordan to miss both free throws. And I think Steve Smith might be planting that very suggestion into the ear of Michael Jordan. Now Shaw joins in.
They're talking to Michael right now. You love to see it.
Well, Brian Shaw has made some timely trays for the Miami Heat. Jordan to the foul line with 9.5 seconds left, and the Bulls up by 3. All Jordan does is have 54 points, and he's hit 14 of 16 at the line. And he hits the first free throw. We have seen not only one of the greatest games in the history of the Miami Heat, we have also seen the greatest scoring output at Miami Arena. Michael Jordan with 55, surpassing Alex English's total of 51 a few years back.
Michael just says, climb on my back. We're going for another ring.
118-114. Jordan hits the second. It's 119-114. And Miami calls another timeout. With 9.5 seconds left, what the Heat have to do here is set up, drill another three, and then foul again.
And I think Steve Smith and Brian Shaw really deserve some accolades tonight, as does the rest of the team. But these guys stepped up. 37 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals between them. Just a marvelous playoff performance by them both.
And it couldn't come at a better time as Billy Cunningham and Louis Chaffel look on. The Shaw-Smith backcourt, ever since they've been united, has never lived up to the expectations until very recently. And this has got to be a good game for that tandem as they head into the offseason.
Well, if this is the last game, they'll go into the offseason with a tremendous memory of how they can play and how they can play together and how they can lead this team. And that should be terrific coming into camp next year. There'll be a lot of questions answered in their own minds.
Well, you think back to the first 4 seasons, and all throughout, we've been there right throughout. Dave is an assistant coach and broadcaster. I've been fortunate to broadcast with every one of these Heat games, and it'll never be the same where this team has come from and where we're heading to, but it just keeps getting better. And they're probably going to lose this game. But what a hard-fought, well-played playoff game against the best team in the business.
Kind of like your first date you ever went on. You really don't know what to expect, but you really wanted to go out with that girl. And after you got there, you found out what a terrific thing. They're going to want to come back year after year and go further.
And that's what it'll be all about next year. And if it ends tonight, well, we'll be looking forward to the NBA draft for another summer of improvement for the Miami Heat, and right back with you come training camp next year in a full complement of all 82 regular season games on Sports Channel, the Miami Heat Radio Network, and TV 33. It has been our pleasure indeed.
The Miami Heat players can walk off this court tonight with their heads held very, very high. They can be very proud of this effort in the playoffs.
And the fans echoing that sentiment. Very few have left, and everyone in this building on their feet standing. Grant Long with a Heat down by 5 to inbound from half court. Lobs it in for Smith. Knocked away by Jordan. Goes out of bounds. Miami will keep it with 8.6 seconds left. The Heat were looking for the quick 2 underneath, catching Chicago by surprise. Michael Jordan with 56 points. And the Bulls needed every one of them. Shaw underneath the basket. Looks. Still looking. Finds Long. Comes to the corner. Throws up a forced line drive 3. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Armstrong. The final seconds of the season wind down and out. The Chicago Bulls advance in the playoffs, but the Miami Heat will carry it in the next year. They have nothing to be ashamed of. Matter of fact, they have everything in the world to be proud of. The Bulls win game 3, 119-114. I don't think there really is an unhappy person in this building. This was a tremendous night for the Miami Heat.
Well, it was the first night that they got a glimpse of what the playoffs were like and the level they could play at in those playoffs, and that's got to do wonders for their confidence next year.
So the Bulls sweep the series, but not without a real tug of war here at Miami Arena. The Heat led it through 1, through 2, and through 3 quarters. Well, the Bulls win it behind 56 Michael Jordan points. Our final score here in Game 3, and the Bulls do take it 3-0. Chicago 119, Miami 114.